our yoga practice is not just physical, so we do lots of physical movements, but the essence of yoga is actually rooted in breath work and then using physical movements to prepare our bodies so that we can sit and meditate and calm down the monkey mind. So this class is going to build, and then we'll tack in some seated silent meditation at the end. But first, strengthen and lengthen your spine. Lift your shoulders up towards your ears and roll them down your back. Really slow, just do that 2 more times. Picking your shoulders up and draping them down. Yeah, and then do that in the other direction. So loop your shoulders forward and down. This way is a little less intuitive. Amazing. Let your shoulders just settle. And take your whole head and your gaze, look over towards the right. Come back through center, look over towards the left. Do that again to each side, but go even slower. And you might feel where lines of tension live in your traps, in your shoulders, in your neck. Good. Come back through center. Take both arms and just open your arms really wide. Spread your fingers wide. Thumbs are pointing up. And then turn your palms so your palms are facing the ceiling. Lengthen through your spine. Inhale. Good. Exhale, turn your palms to face down. Really slow. Try that again. Inhale. Just your palms flip all the way around. Now your thumbs point towards the back. Exhale, turn your palms to face down. Take your right hand down onto the floor. Lift your left arm up. You might bend into your right elbow and stretch your left arm all the way overhead, but keep both sits bones on the floor. Turn your gaze down, take a big breath in. Exhale here. Inhale, lift everything back up. Both arms come up. Exhale, turn your left palm to face down. Lower your left palm to the floor and stretch your right arm up overhead. Push your right sit bone down. Inhale. Exhale, sink deeper. Good. Inhale, lift both arms up. Fingers are spread really wide. Imagine you were carrying like a big globe in your hand. Rotate really slowly towards the right, back through center, and rotate towards the left. And you'll notice there's very little, only 5 degrees of rotation in your lumbar spine, in your lower spine. Come through center, bend at your elbows, rotate towards the right, come back through neutral, and rotate towards the left. Awesome. Back through center, stretch both arms wide. Take your left arm underneath your right arm and give yourself a hug. See if you can track your fingers right behind your shoulder blades. And then it's like you're at a high school dance. Start to slow dance with yourself, just weaving your torso from side to side. Come through center. Take your hands, the backs or the fronts of your hands together. So this looks like Garudasana or eagle arms in our yoga practice. Lift your elbows up to shoulder height. Engage your core. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, round into your upper back, fold forward and tuck your elbows right in towards your chest. Maybe they go down to your belly. Unravel, lift back up, fingers reach high. and suction back into flexion. So you're rolling up and down, breathing into your shoulders. Back through center, take that left arm out from underneath, open your arms out to the side, just a big breath in. Exhale, now your right arm comes under, give yourself a squeeze, see if you can wiggle your fingers into your shoulders, and then take that little slow dancing movement from side to side. Settle at center. Stack the backs or your palms together. Reach your elbows to shoulder height. Strengthen your tummy. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, flex and round, folding forward. Inhale, lift everything up. Exhale into that rounded shape. One more time like that. And sink in. Brilliant. Come through center. Unwrap those arms. Take your fingers right onto your shoulders and start to roll your arms around, 3 big circles in each direction. And if there's any crankiness, this doesn't have to be like a dictatorial yoga practice. You can freelance or free flow until you can get out any kinks. Perfect. Then flip your body around and come down onto all fours, but turn your fingers to face in. So this will stretch the fronts of your wrists. Flex into your feet and sink your hips back to your heels, really pulsing and pushing the tips of your finger pads into your mat. Oh, you'll feel that big stretch along the fronts of your forearms. Stay flexed through your feet, but sit up onto your heels so the whole back of your foot is getting a nice big workout. Lift your arms up, palms are open wide, then just close your fists. Drop your fists down. This is called begging dog. You just move your fists from side to side. Settle your hands back down onto the floor. Turn the tops of your feet onto the floor. Loop your shoulders back. Lift your heart and chest up for cow pose. And round, exhale, cat pose. 2 more like that. Good. Come through center. Take your right hand. Reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Bend into your right elbow. Place your right hand on the back of your head. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, just turn that right arm and torso down until your right elbow points towards the floor. Push into your left hand. Inhale, lift your right elbow to point towards the ceiling. And rotate, right elbow points towards the floor. Try that one more time. You're using some muscular work through your core in your left arm. Take the right hand down onto the floor, cat-cow. Let your spine soften, belly drops, and heart lifts. Round into that puffy Halloween cat shape. Come back through center. Take your left arm. Reach it all the way up. Bend at your left elbow. Place your palm on the back of your skull. You're pushing your skull into your hand. A big breath in. And then as you exhale, just rotate down. Point your left elbow to the mat. Push firm through your right hand. Lift your left elbow up. Point it to the ceiling-ish. It doesn't have to be direct. And come back down. One more time. Left elbow lifts up. And lower it back down. Take your left hand onto the floor. Here's that flushing, rinsing cat-cow. Drop your belly, shoulders and heart and chest lift. And round into your upper back. Good. Get back into a neutral spine. Take your time, walk your hands forward and lower all the way down onto your belly, but keep your forearms flat on the floor. So your elbows are beneath your shoulders, palms are settled. And then just relax your bum, so let your pubic bones soften to the earth. Lift your heart and chest up. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, a little rounded action comes into your spine. So it's like a micro cat-cow from Sphinx pose. Try that again. Inhale, lift your heart and chest up. Exhale, push your pubic bone down. Your core strengthens here, and there's a cycling of flexion through your back body. One more time. Awesome. Let your whole belly soften onto the floor. Reach both hands forward. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Stay for another breath in. And then as you exhale, push your pubic bone down, lift your arms up. Lift your feet up. Bend at your elbows and lift your heart and chest a little higher. Think of trapping or tacking your elbows down, fingers point up. Then just stretch your arms forward and slowly release. We'll try that 2 more times. You're working your back muscles, opening through that lung energy line. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, push your pubic bone down, lift your limbs up, arms and legs lift. Inhale, bend at your elbows. Exhale, perk up a little higher. And gently release. Last time like that. Inhale to prep. Exhale, push your pubic bone down, body rises. Inhale, bend at your elbows. Exhale, come up a titch higher. And then release, but this time take your palms under your head, bend into both knees, and let your feet flop from side to side. Flex your feet, push your palms down beside your body, press yourself up and back towards a downward dog. And now we'll move into some more traditional yoga shapes, considering that little preamble as your prep work. Bend into one knee and then the next. Get tuned in to your breath, so we're inhaling and exhaling through our nostrils. Look forward and step all the way to the top of your yoga mat. Push your hands into your shins, lift up halfway. As you exhale, fold forward. Take a bend in both knees. Oof, my ankles just cracked. And then place your left hand under your face, bend into your right knee, and circle your right arm up. You might lift your gaze up here. Feel that pull along the right hip and hamstring. Take the right hand all the way forward and down to replace your left hand. Bend into your right knee. Circle your left arm all the way back and up. Breathe into your back line of left leg. Stretch your left arm forward, lower down. Ragdoll your body all the way back up, so it's staying rounded and flexed as you lift, lift, lift. And when you get to the top, catch a few delightful shoulder rolls. Round and round they go in each direction. Bring your big toes together so you have this really strong, steady tree trunk of a lower body. Bend into both knees and collect your hands at your heart. Hands collect right at your heart center. Good. Draw your tailbone down so your belly is strong. It's your steady, stable force. Turn your torso, including your arms, over to the left. Lean a little deeper and hook your elbow across your thigh. Push your palms together until maybe your thumbs come towards your chest. Think about your ribs. Keep drawing your ribs up, plugging your shoulders back. And the final action here, can you stretch or reach the top of your head forward? Squeeze your knees together, come through center, push into your feet and rise up. Arms open wide, inhale. Exhale, close your palms together, sit into that chair again. Rotate to the other side. Tack your elbow across your thigh. Move slowly. See if you can like juice your body the way you would juice one of those fresh Florida oranges. Rotating, 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 reaching the crown of your head forward. Keep squeezing your thighs together. Find your breath. And then collect it all back through center. Arms and legs stretch up. There's this blossoming. Lower your hands alongside your body. Good. Take your feet hip distance apart. Sink into that chair pose again. Hands together at your heart center. Draw your tailbone down. And this time without hooking, just rotate to the right. Come through center and rotate to the left. Now that's hard work if your legs are tender, so you can make it easier by taking less of a chair, or harder by going into a deep squat. But you're not hooking here, you're just moving your torso cautiously from side to side. Come through center, let that go, fold, and take a big breath in. Fold even deeper on your exhale. Keep your fingertips on the floor. Step your right leg back. Right leg comes back. You can wiggle that right foot back. Inhale, lift your heart and chest up. And as you exhale, straighten your left leg by any amount and straighten your arms, folding over that left thigh. Try that again. Inhale, nice deep lunge. Your heart and chest is going into the cow action. Exhale, cat your spine over your left leg. Good, last time like that. Bend into your left knee. Think about kicking off through your right foot. Come all the way forward. Sit into your chair pose just once. Palms together. Rotate to the right. Through center. And to the left. Through center. Fold forward. It's the same action on the other side. Step your left foot back. Frame your right foot with your hands. Inhale. Perk your chest up. Exhale, straighten that right leg and fold over your right thigh. You can play with the distance between your legs as you floss through this, in and out, getting all of that gunk out of your hips, your quads, maybe even your calf muscles. And the next time you come forward, pause there, kick off your back leg, step forward, sink into your chair pose, face it, turn to the right. I know it's hard. Come through center, turn to the left. Come through center, rise up, breathe in, arms are open wide, and breathe out, fold to the earth. Brilliant. Inhale, lift your heart and chest up just halfway, get long through the top of your body. Exhale, plant your palms, step to a high plank pose. Bend carefully at your elbows to lower all the way to your mat. Walk your hands back so they're just beside your side ribs. Plug your shoulders in, breathe in, push your pubic bone down and rise up. This is such a small movement. Lower back down. Push your hands into the floor, rise up. Pubic bones rooting too. Lower back down. Last time, cruise up and release. Press into your hands, press into your feet, push up and back into downward dog. Walk your feet in a whole footprint closer. So you're in this really awkward, short version of downward dog. Push the entire palm of your left hand into the floor. Lift up your right hand. Reach it under your body and see if you can catch your left shin, ankle. Push the left hand away and start to look under your left armpit like you're sniffing your armpit. Detangle. Right hand collects on the floor, left arm comes under and finds your right leg, and then there's this peering underneath. I hope you put on deodorant today. Take a deep breath in and release. Both hands come down. Let's drop our knees to the floor and take a big child's pose, but this time, instead of reaching your arms forward, can you put your hands between your legs so they reach towards your toes, your shoulders tuck in. This is like a human cocoon. Either cheek or your forehead is on the floor. Just 5 breaths here. Crack out of your little eggshell just like a little birdie would. Pick your body back up, first to all fours, then through your downward dog. Now from here, step your right foot between your hands. There's lots of space between your legs. Track your right hip back and bring yourself up, collecting your hands together at your heart. Elbows perk out to either side. Rotate first just towards the right and come through center. Try that again. Rotate just towards the right and come through center. Sink deeper into your right knee. Rotate towards your right. Lean forward. Place your left elbow on your right thigh. Think about driving your thumbs to meet your heart center. Squeeze your inner thighs together, and that might enable your torso, your right ribs, to lift up a little higher. Maybe your arms open. Sink deeper into your front knee and breathe for 5, 4. You can always drop your back knee. 2. On 1, rewind. Bring your hands together, push into your front foot, lift up. Open your arms wide. Your torso still twisted and turned to the right. Take your right hand down your back thigh. Left arm lifts up and then goes to the back of your head. Left palm is on the back of your skull. Inhale, reach your left elbow to the ceiling. Oh, exhale, take your left hand down to the floor. Or reach your right arm up to the sky. And again, you can drop your back knee here. You could heel toe your right foot out a little further. Take your right arm, stretch your right arm up alongside your right ear. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, lower your right hand to the inside of your right foot. Turn your left toes to face the left long edge of your mat. Push into your right foot. Lift up into warrior 2. Fire in that right thigh. Take your left hand down your back thigh. Reach your right arm up alongside your right ear. And let's just cartwheel our hands down to frame the front foot. Step back, downward dog. Inhale, cycle forward to a high plank. On this exhale, only go halfway. Inhale, pick it up. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Super duper. Step your left foot between your hands. Squeeze your inner thighs together. And just find stability here. Press into that left foot, lock your eyes somewhere in front of you that's steady and still, and bring your hands to your heart. Kick back through your right foot. Just rotate to the left with your upper body. Drive it back through center. Same, just rotate to the left. Drive it back. Negotiate with yourself. If you're unsteady, open your legs a little wider. Turn to the left again, but then lean forward. Keep kicking through your right heel and place your right elbow on your left thigh. Think about driving your heart center to your thumbs. Engage both legs. Maybe open your arms. Breathe for 5, 4, 3. Keep lengthening. 2. On 1, rewind. Hands come together. Lift your torso up, but keep facing the left. Open your arms wide. Take your left hand down your back thigh. Reach your right arm back. And then finally, catch a breath when you take your right hand to the inside of your left foot. Lift your left arm up to the ceiling. Deep rotation here. Breathe, breathe, breathe. That left hand can catch the back of your skull. Push your skull into your hand. Turn your face, your torso to face down. Anchor the right foot. So the edge of your right foot faces the edge of your mat. Your toes point towards the right side. Open up warrior two. Feels a bit like being in a washing machine. My washing machine is in the rinse cycle right now. You might hear it in the background. Good. Take one more breath in. And then exhale, cartwheel your hands down and step back into plank pose. Bend at both elbows. Lower down to the floor. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Stretch your hands behind you. Interlace your hands, zipping up your shoulder blades. Root your pubic bone down. Pick it all up. Even if you only come a centimeter, any movement is good movement. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Settle down, relax, 5 breaths. Push your hands into the earth, lift your body up, and come to sit back on your heels. So let's move our bodies towards the front of our mat. Knees are nice and wide. Big toes connected. If you have any kind of tenderness in your knees, you just stick, or in your ankles, a little folded up blanket beneath them. Option 1 is to stay here. My goal is to create sensation along the fronts of your quads, the fronts of your thighs. And if you're not finding it there, you might come a little lower to the earth, fingers facing in towards your bum. Then draw your pubic bone up. If you still haven't quite caught that sensation, you could come down to your elbows. This is one of those poses where you do not want to go too far. So get off and pause where it feels safe for you. The final variation is either the top or the back of your head on the floor. The whole front line of your body is getting a deep, deep tension release here. Wherever you are in this pose, 5 deep breaths. Take your last breath in and exhale. Unravel, coming back out the same way you came in. Downward dog will be an excellent counter pose, but take your time with little achy joints after that work to get there. Settling into a full length downward dog this time, except bring your feet close together and turn both toes to face the right. Push your hands into the floor, bend into your knees. A twist in your downward dog. Imagine that. Come through center, point your toes to face the left, bend into your knees. Oof. Could you try that one more time in each direction? Take your toes right, bend, feel that suctioning under your right armpit. Over to the left, big deep bend. And back through center, brilliant. Stretch your right leg to the ceiling. Bend your right knee, look under that right armpit again. Level out your hips and bring your right knee forward towards your right wrist. Extend your left leg back. Push your finger pads into the floor, lift your heart and chest out. This is pigeon. But today, we will twist our pigeon. So as you come forward, set your right arm underneath your left arm. Lower your right ear or forehead to the floor. And then take that left hand up overhead and just play with sensation. If this hurts, don't do it. Otherwise, active through your left hand, deep stretch into your right hip flexor, and breath for 3, 2, 1. Walk your left hand in, lift your arms, bring your chest up, lean onto your right hip, and bring that left leg all the way around. So your left foot steps over top of your right thigh. Now you can keep your legs like this, or walk your left foot further back. So your legs are shoelaced here. This is called shoelace pose. Left leg on top, right leg on the bottom. Take your arms up on the inhale. Good. Bring your right arm underneath your left arm. Give yourself that slow dance squeeze. Remember this, palms or the backs of your hands touch and your fingers reach up. Inhale here. Exhale, suction it all in and fold. 3 little pulsations in and out. Waking up. My goodness, it feels like everything in the body in this beautiful Gomukhasana shape. Amazing. Unravel. Take your hands behind you. Lean back to detach your legs. Settle your bum onto the floor. Reach your legs out. Reach your arms out. And maybe you straighten your legs, keeping your spine long. Just breathe. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your left shin to the front of your yoga mat. Reach your right leg back. It's pigeon pose on the other side. Find that big, deep extension through your right hip. Begin to lower down. Remember, we're flossing or threading the left arm towards the right. Reach your right arm forward. Keep those fingers active. So many detours in today's practice to keep twisting and spiraling all of the things underneath our skin. What a wonderful gift. Bring your torso back up right. Sink onto your left hip. And take your right leg all the way forward. Just start by stepping your right foot beside your left thigh. And that might be as far as your body goes. You can also take a prop if that right hip is lifted. But if there's room to maneuver into full cow face or shoelace, the right knee's on top, left leg on the bottom. Take your arms up. Now your left arm comes under and you give yourself a squeeze. Maybe catch palms, reach your fingers up, tuck your chin in, and then you could stay still, but it might feel nice to pulsate a little bit. Pause, take one more breath in. Exhale, release your hands back behind you, unwrap your legs, and just stretch your legs out in front. Take your arms to the ceiling. Fold all the way down, catching the floor or the outside edges of your feet. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Let it go. Pull out of that forward fold. Use your hands to help you. Come right down onto your back. If you've got a pony, just loosen it so the back of your head can come on the floor, and hug your right knee into your chest. Breathe here. Either stay or bend into your right knee. Take your right hand and catch the outside of your right foot. This is half happy baby pose. Release your right hand from your foot. Take your left hand to the outside of your right thigh and cross by any amount your right leg over your body. You might open your right arm, turn your gaze somewhere that feels good, but feel that pull into your IT band. Drive back through center, straighten your right leg out beside your left leg. Hug your left knee in. Bend at the knee, catch the outside edge of your left foot, half happy baby pose. Release that left hand, take your right hand to the outside of your left foot and drive it to the right. It might come to the floor, but it doesn't have to. Turn your gaze over your left shoulder if that's okay on your neck. Ease back through center and settle your whole body flat for Shavasana. This closing sequence today will be 2 minutes in Shavasana followed by 2 minutes of seated meditation. So drop right in here. I'll pull you up in just 2 minutes time. Take rest. Without much fuss at all, just find your way up to a cross-legged seat. Turn your palms to face down, close your eyes, and give 2 minutes to focus on your breath. As always, you can turn off your screen and stay here for as long as you'd like. If you're closing with me, bring your hands to your heart. Take a long, deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Thank you for practicing. Keep practicing. Namaste.